Hi, welcome again to the Old Principle 英文节目. Yep, this is an English instructional program, and we try to pick up stories, everything from east to west. Just today's story is an interesting one, and you will find some words that I can't even say in Chinese. Well, that's probably not a big deal. There's a lot of things I can't say in Chinese. So today's lesson is about, does that look like a door? I had to work real hard to find a big black door. Okay? 大黑门. Okay? Do you want to know what's behind the door? I will tell you, but you've got to listen to the story. I need a storyteller. Ah, yes, I do have a storyteller. I've been married to her for many decades. So now, Mrs. Storyteller,
Yes,
would you tell us the story?
sure. An Arab chief loves to tell the story of a spy who was captured in the office of the commanding general of the Persian army. He had been paging through sensitive documents. The general had him put into a prison cell and kept with little food for 2 weeks. Every day he was questioned, "Whom do you work for? What country did you come from? What is the name of your commander? Are there other spies in Persia? What kind of information were you looking for?" The questions seemed endless, but the man refused to answer any of them. The spy was brought before a court-martial to stand trial. Generals, colonels, and majors sat to listen to the evidence. After several hours of deliberation, the court-martial sentenced the man to death. The Persian general arranged for a firing squad to assemble at sunrise the following day. As the sun began to paint the sky in brilliant colors, the spy was brought before the general. "We usually proceed directly to the firing squad, sir," said the general, "but I'll offer you 2 choices. You can choose to die by firing squad, or you can choose the big black door." The spy hesitated for a long time. Finally, he stood at attention and announced, "I'll take the firing squad, sir." A few minutes later, hearing the shots ring out, confirming the spy's execution, the general turned to his aide and said, "They always prefer the known to the unknown. People fear what they don't know." He paused for a moment. "Yet we did give him a choice." "What lies beyond the big black door, sir?" asked the aide. "Freedom." The general smiled. "But I've known only a few men brave enough to take that door." The best opportunities in our lives stand behind the forbidding door of the great unknown.
That's an interesting story.
Yes.
The few words in this story, my friends, may be a little bit difficult to wrap our minds around, but it's an interesting story with an interesting point. And if we have time, I will ask you to come here and you tell me about your big black doors.
Do I have one?
Oh, well, you better start thinking real quick because you got, well, how much do you, we have about 20 minutes and then you're on. Anyway, take it easy. Oh, I need that. Okay. The big black door. Here we go. An Arab chief. Okay. 阿拉伯 Arab. 阿拉伯这个族长 Okay. Arab chief. 喜欢讲这个故事啊。To tell the story of a spy. You know what a spy is? 间谍. Okay. 间谍. A spy who was captured meaning 被抓到, okay? He was captured in the office of a commanding general of the Persian army. So, where was the spy? He was in an office, okay? Okay, 谁的办公室? Commanding general. When we say commanding general, that means usually the big boss. Okay, this is the one who commands everyone else. Okay, 将军. Okay, where? I mean, what country? Well, it doesn't say what country the man is from, but this is of the Persian army. 波斯的这个军队. So here is the spy. The spy has gone to where? The spy has gone to the commanding general's office, and this commanding general is the, what shall we say, the commanding officer, commanding general of the Persian army. He had been paging through sensitive documents. Do you know what it means to page? We'll see if we can get the camera to see this. To page means to look, and you go 1. Okay, that's what it means to page. You're going 一面一页 looking through. Whoa, sensitive documents, 很敏感的一些what do you call them? Just written things. A document is something that is written. Okay, 文件. Okay. Now, the general had him put in the prison, okay? 这是被抓的, He's captured. Okay, the general had him put in the prison, 这个监牢, cell. Okay, 牢房 is a prison cell. Prison has many prison cells. And kept with little food for 2 weeks. So now here you got 2 weeks. He's in this prison cell, not much food, okay? You start to think very clearly when you don't have much food because you get very hungry. You say, oh, okay, kept, that means kept or kept put in this cell, prison cell, with little food. That means 不多. This means 不多食物 for 2 weeks. Going on. Every day he was questioned. Every day questioned. 要被审问的. To be 审问的. Okay? Whom do you work for? Well, that's understandable. 你是为谁工作? What country did you come from? Of course. What country did you come from? What is the name of your commander? What is the name of your commander? Okay, a commander in this case is who is your boss? Okay, command is 司令. A command post is 司令台. Okay, so a commander is a ER 者. Okay, 司令者. That means your boss. Who gives you the commands? Who tells you what to do? That's a commander. Okay, are there other spies in Persia? 这个波斯还有没有其他的间谍? What kind of information were you looking for when you were looking through these documents? 这些文件, what were you looking for? Okay, these are the questions going on. Okay, the questions seemed endless. What does that mean? It just means that they kept asking and asking more and more questions. Okay, but the man refused to answer any of them. He refused. 拒绝回答任何一个问题。他闭口不讲。Okay? The spy was brought before court martial, or you could say military court or court martial. In this case, court martial is 尊视法庭啊，尊视法庭。Okay, before the court martial or to stand trial. Okay, so now they're going to decide whether he is guilty or innocent. Now there were a bunch of people there. There were generals. Okay, generals, 将军, and colonels. Okay, I don't know, 上校 and majors, 少校. I don't understand all of these. These are military terms. So, but anyway, different military officers, 军官, okay? And they are listening to the evidence. Okay, 这个凭据, the evidence. So they're listening. After several hours of deliberation. Now I want to stop here for a minute. In a 法庭 or in a court, if you have a deliberation, it's 判案. But what if you are in a committee meeting and you're deliberating? Okay, what does that mean? You are trying to make a decision. Okay, so after several hours of deliberation, so you're looking at all the evidence, the court-martial sentenced the man to death. Okay, sentenced him to death. 判他, okay, sentenced. 判他, okay, 这个死刑啊，判那个人死刑. Okay, so he has been sentenced to death. Now, the Persian general arranged for a firing squad. Okay, firing squad, a squad is a small group of people. Okay, and firing squad, they all have guns. Okay, and what do you call that? 行刑队. Whatever you call it, they have guns and they're going to kill the man. Okay, and so he arranged, 就安排他们, it says, assemble at sunrise. Okay, assemble, 集合, at sunrise. So that's when the sun comes up. Okay, the following day, 第二天, going on. As the sun began, now this is very flowery. That means very descriptive. 这个形容的是非常非常好 but not easy for me to explain word for word. But I'm going to try. The sun began to come up and paint the sky. The sun doesn't paint anything, but it began to make the sky into brilliant colors. Brilliant, and very bright, 很鲜明的这个 colors. Blue, of course, there's blue sky, right? And then you have reds and oranges, these colors. The spy was brought before the general. So, this is the last thing. 这个间谍是带到这个将军的面前 going on. And here's what the general said. Okay, here's what the general said. We usually proceed, in this case, proceed means to go. We usually go directly 直接去 the firing squad, 这个行刑队. Okay, sir, this is a nice, very formal way of saying it, 先生, okay, said the general. But I'll offer you 2 choices. Now, not too bad. He has 2 choices. 我这提供2个选择给你选一个. So I imagine the man is thinking, whoa, what's this? You know, he's thinking he's going to die. Okay, going on. You can choose to die by the firing squad. You can choose to die by the firing squad. That means we can just go ahead and we can, you know, you will die. Or you can choose, another choice, the big black door. So he has 2 choices. Choose to die by the firing squad. That means they use their guns, kill him. Okay? Or he can choose the big black door. Okay, going on. The spy hesitated. What does it mean to hesitate? Hesitate means to wait. 就等了一下. Okay? Hesitated. 就等了一下. But this time, he hesitated means not just 等了一下. He usually hesitate means to hesitate means 等一下. But in this case, hesitated means that he actually waited a long time. This wasn't a little, he didn't know what to say. Finally, 最后, he stood at attention. To stand at attention means you stand 直直的 like this. He stand at attention and announced 就报给他们 Sir, I will take the firing squad. I will take the firing squad. That means he would allow himself, or he chose the firing squad. Excuse me. Going on. A few minutes later, hearing the shots ring out, this is a few minutes later, 过了几分钟，他们就听到这个开枪的声音了。Okay, hearing the shots ring out, confirming. Okay, what does it mean to confirm? Okay, 确保 Okay, the spy's execution, 处死. So when you heard the sound of the guns, it's 肯定 or 确保 that the spy had already died. He was killed for being a spy. The general turned to his aide. Here's the general. We already know 将军转身他的 aide, 他的助手. That's another interesting word. We all have aides. My aide is my secretary. Okay, 我的助手. My secretary helps me. An aide is a 助手. And said, now here's what the general said. Going on, they always prefer 总是宁愿 the known to the unknown. Okay, the known. What is the known? The things that you know, 你所知道的。宁愿这个所知道的，而不要那些不知道的。The known and the unknown. Okay? People fear what they don't know. Understand that? This is very important because we're going to ask Mrs. Ash if we have time here. Right now she's praying that we won't have time. She's laughing at me right now over there in the corner. Okay. The question is, people fear what they don't know. 人们怕的是他们所不知道的。Okay. He paused. That means he stopped. To pause is 暂停，暂时停一下啊。He paused for a moment. 这个他等了一下。Yet we did give him a choice. 但还是我们呢给他一个选择。Yet, 但 we did give him a choice. Going on. So the aide, 这个助手, he said, what lies behind the big black doors, sir? Asked the aide. 助手就问了, what lies behind? That means what is behind this 大黑门, sir. Now, when we use sir and ma'am in English, this is 客气话. This is very, very important. When I was young, my teachers said, when you speak to us, you say, yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Okay? So, what lies beyond the big black door? Going on? Here's the answer. Freedom. 自由. In other words, if he had chosen the big black door, he would have chosen freedom. But I've only known, this is what the general said, but I've only known a few men brave enough, 勇敢到什么地步，够勇敢 to take the door. So very few people have taken the door. Going on. The best opportunities. Here we go. The best opportunities. 人生最好的计划 in our lives stand behind the forbidding door of the great unknown. 站在 the best opportunities. How can we say that? Mrs. Ash, come here. Well, you're going to help me here. Well, maybe it'll be easier for you to help me. What's another way of saying the best opportunities stand behind the forbidding door? What is, if it's forbidding, what is a forbidding door?
The best opportunities stand behind
the forbidding door. If something is forbidding, 很可怕, okay? Just like you, just right now, okay? Okay, the best opportunities stand behind the forbidding door of the great unknown. 这个伟大所不知道的. And of course, life is like that, isn't it?
Yes.
How much do you know about the future?
Nothing. Not really.
You really don't know anything about the future. How much do I know about the future?
Same.
What about opportunities that come to us? Same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know about so many things. And for many people, we become fearful. And we worry. And we're afraid to we don't want to take the opportunity. 我们不大愿意趁着这个机会. We are not willing to take the opportunity. Why? Because we are afraid of the future.
It takes courage to think outside the box.
Oh, 跳出框框. Oh, that's another nice Chinese English idiom. 跳出框框 simply means to think outside of the box, to do something not ordinary.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, got to go over here. We do have an email address, theoldprinciple@gmail.com, and we also have a website, www.theoldprinciple.org. Man, we could sit and talk all day. We don't have that much time. I do hope that you will join us next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.